So always, brothers and sisters, this is Tori Muhammad here with Bean Soup Radio, and we love to connect with amazing people in the city of Chicago and beyond that are doing some great things. And today is no different. We have three incredible women who are empowering, informing, and bringing Black women together and girls, young girls and women together to strengthen the bonds that they have with one another and to create change. But that's my assessment. I'm going to let them talk about it even in more detail. But we are pleased to have Black Girls Break Bread here on Bean Soup Radio. We have Jessica Davenport Williams, Jazzy Davenport, and Khadijah Warfield. How are you sisters doing today?
We're doing great. How are you?
Hi, we're good. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's absolutely my pleasure. We are pleased to have you on. We love to showcase people who are about solutions to issues in our community. So please, if each one of you can just tell me a little bit about yourselves and what brought you all together for this purpose of Black Girls Break Bread.
Hi, this is Jessica Davenport Williams, and what brought us together for Black Girls Break Bread was, a yearning individually for us as Black women growing up and being raised in Chicago. There was a void there. We wanted to get together as women to be empowered, liberated, uplifted, and create a safe space for young women and girls and women of all ages, actually, to come together and be able to share and pour into one another.
Okay, and this is Jazzy Davenport. I would say what brought us together is, again, as Jessica said, just we were yearning for a safe space. I personally feel like Black women have such a unique experience here in America, and there is no real space for me to take off the mask that we sometimes uphold and just kind of be free and safe around people who understand what we're going through, and so we just created that.
Hi, this is Khadijah. What brought us together was, as Jessica and Jazzy both stated, just yearning for something, looking for a sisterhood and just a space where we can talk about issues that we as African-American women deal with on a daily basis.
Man, that's absolutely beautiful. And I'm not going to make favorites, but shout out to my South Shore raised friend, Jessica. You from South Shore, right?
Yeah, Jazzy and I are from South Shore, yep.
Yep, I grew up on 78th and Coles back in the day.
Okay.
And so let's talk about this a little bit. There is a myth that I've heard repeated over and over, but my experience and observation is it is not the case. And I think you all highlight it and prove it. We hear that Black women don't support each other. Can you all talk to that just a little bit?
Well, sure. This is Jessica speaking, and that is a myth. That's projected in the media. That's constantly, just reiterated, in different media forms that we see, we read about, and it isn't true. And that's a part of why we created Black Girls Break Bread. Breaking bread in the sense of we're dining, we're sharing a meal, but also we're pouring into one another. We're supporting the businesses of other Black women and showing that we can elevate each other and empower each other. So a part of our organization is that we we're diligent about supporting and working with Black women to operate our business. And so we want, when people experience Black Girls Break Bread, they're seeing a team of Black women who are empowered. And, we're elevating each other. And so we're definitely trying to eradicate that myth that Black women cannot work together.
Man, that's absolutely beautiful. And Khadijah, I hear you from the West Garfield area, so we want to give a shout-out to that area, too. We know some fabulous people that come from there as well.
West Side.
Absolutely. So what has been the response from the women, the girls that you have brought together to break bread? What has been the reaction from them?
Hi, this is Khadijah. The women have left inspired. They've been encouraged and always talking about can't wait to the next event. And for some women, they desperately need the space They don't have it. A lot of our college students are away from home. So creating a space for them is very important because it gives them a sense of community.
Absolutely wonderful. And, I have been told that I have a lot of sense because I hang around some very intelligent black women. And I hear you all use predominantly or exclusively black women professionals to put together these events. So can you all just kind of describe, the layout for the events and how you use different black professional chefs and caterers and the like to put the events on?
Okay, this is Jessica, and that's really like my forte as far as our organization is involved, the operation side of it. And so we determine, what type of environment do we want the women to experience when they come to dine with us, whether it's for a brunch or a luncheon or a dinner. And we support black business owners when we're selecting our venue. And then for, like I said, all the operators, whether it's our floral design, we have Dirty Blossom, who is a young black woman who is a florist. And then, whether it's cinematography, we have Sonia Jordan. Or if it's, photography, we have Edith Gale. And so we like to empower and, those who believed in us from day one, and they've been riding along this journey with us, we're pulling them up and we're elevating them. So you'll notice in every article that's written or if there's an interview that's live, we are putting their names at the forefront because we're showing this isn't about competition. This is about us coming together, collaborating, and like we said, ultimately empowering each other. And, the goal is to be liberated as women. And so being free of all of that competition and, figuring the cattiness, as Khadijah always says, we need to eliminate that. And so that's been a part of our mission is that we're bringing these women along. Whether it's, our sponsors, our, people who are helping to promote our businesses, we want to showcase and highlight black women who are doing the most, out here and, and doing well. And so we want to give them a platform.
Man, it's absolutely powerful, and I love it. I've heard from a man that I consider a mentor, Minister Farrakhan, who said that no nation can rise any higher than its woman. So it's so important and so valuable, I think, for even us as men to support and salute efforts like you all's, because when you all are good, then we as men can be good too.
They say we were smart, wise, right?
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit in closing, some of those challenges and that you would or the reasons why you would encourage women to get involved, to be, I don't know if you want people to come to your Facebook page, or how can they get in contact with you for the next event and be a part of it, and just talk a little bit about the importance of them being there.
Well, our next event is our quarterly event in June, and then we have one in September. I'm sorry, this is Jazzy Davenport speaking. So we'll have one in June, and we'll have another in September. Our June theme is a party in the garden, so it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully the weather is warm. And they can always follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're Black Girls Break Bread on all of those sites. And I think it's just important for us to come and be able to release and have the conversations. Black women, as I was speaking about earlier, we do have a very unique experience. We often have to navigate our hypervisibility, but invisibility when we're in other spaces. If we do something wrong, then it's very easily pointed out. But a lot of times when we save a company or, are staying late and working harder than everyone else, people don't necessarily seem to notice. So we have to deal with that. We have some healing to do. We have to talk about those things in our experiences with people that also understand. So those are the types of things that we may talk about during our events. We may talk about self-worth. We may talk about identity. We may talk about colorism. And those are topics in conversations that we need to have with each other before we can succeed in other spaces.
Thank you so much. You all for blessing Bean Soup Radio with your vision, with your spirit. We wish you continued success and keep the vision going.
Thank you so much.
Tell everybody again Tell everybody again, please, one more time, how they can get in touch with you all.
We're Black Girls Break Bread on Facebook, Black Girls Break Bread on Instagram, Black Girls Break Bread on Twitter, and you can go to blackgirlsbreakbread.com for all updates.